Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Across the Diamond. This is a series where I will connect my favorite team, the Cincinnati Reds, with other teams across baseball. We are going to talk about the classic moments, the trades, and the players that connect my team with another franchise. And we're going to show some baseball cards along the way. And today, man, we got a big one. We're going to be talking about the Boston Red Sox. And when I think about the Boston Red Sox, there's one guy that came to mind. He's a good friend, and he's well known in the community. He's a huge Red Sox fan and a collector. And I'm going to bring him on right now. Picker
Hey,
Jim S.
how are you?
What's up, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm awesome, man. I really appreciate you doing this.
Oh, I appreciate you asking, man. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, man. Before
Yeah.
we get started, I just wanted to know how long have you been a Red Sox fan, and when did it start for you?
Oh, geez, I've
Over.
been a Red Sox fan my whole life, ever since I could remember knowing about baseball. It's runs in the family, Um, probably around late, around the mid '70s, I guess. I was aware of the '75 World Series, but
Okay.
don't really remember. I didn't really pay attention to it. Like I know, like it was a big deal in the area, and
Yeah.
my parents were watching, my grandparents, people were paying attention, but I was just still kind of young and wasn't really too into it yet. But shortly thereafter, I would say 76, 77, 78, I really started getting into baseball, all sports really. And that's when I started really getting into the Red Sox and getting into collecting cards as well. We're at the same time pretty much. And
Yeah, and this
yeah,
is, I mean, we got two historic teams, man. I mean, their history of both these
oh,
teams go back a long way.
oh yeah, right to the beginning almost.
Yeah, so this is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I will kind of look here and go over the show breakdown, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
We're going to talk about three connections that Jim and myself talked about before this episode, and we're also going to show. I'm going to show my favorite Red Sox card, and he's going to show his favorite Reds card. And then we're also going to talk about just maybe a couple players, a couple honorable mentions of guys that played for both of our teams. And I will go ahead and jump in here. I'll switch. I'll show my favorite Red Sox card. And for me, I have a hard time with this because it's hard for me to show one card. So I got three here. I got three. Uh, I got this Big Poppy
Nice.
little modern card. This I guess it's a short print. I think
Image variation.
Yeah, I think I found this in like a 50-cent bin or something at a card show, and man, I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Big fan of Mr. Ortiz, and then a guy who, when I was in high school, this guy was like my favorite player, even though I was a Reds fan. Uh, Nomar Garciaparra.
Noma.
Nomar, you got to say it like that.
That's right.
And I loved the way he played the game. And they were always comparing him and Jeter, and he was always my favorite, man. And this upper deck used to do it right, in my opinion,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
on
yeah.
the autograph cards. This is, I think, from '99 SP. But my favorite Red Sox card in my collection is this bad boy right here.
My guy right there.
Yep, 1960 Topps rookie of Yaz. And this card means a lot to me because this was the one that, when I decided a year and a half ago, a little over a year and a half ago, to go in all vintage. I still do some modern, but primarily be a vintage collector. This was the first big card that I picked up at a card show. This, and I think I picked up the George Brett rookie as well. So
I
always
remember.
wanted this one. Always wanted this one as a kid, and I couldn't afford it. So had to pick that bad boy up.
That was actually one of the first ones I picked up when I got back into the hobby as well. I took like a lot of people our age. I took quite a long break from collecting. Probably from like '01 to 2018, I really was pretty much out of the hobby.
We're
And
the same. We're the
when I got back in, that was like one of my first graded cards that I bought.
Yeah, I love it. I didn't know much about graded cards at the
Yeah,
time. Yeah. but
Yeah,
now that's pretty much mostly what I buy.
is it? Yeah, yeah. I don't I pretty much mostly buy graded cards too, but I have a lot of non-graded stuff too. But if I'm going to spend any kind of money on a card, I'll have it, try and get it graded.
Yeah. All right, man. You got any Reds cards you want to show?
I sure do. I'll start out with I got well, I got four that I'm going to show you right now.
All right.
I'll start out with the newest and I'll go to the oldest. This is an auto, Johnny Bench. It's a
That's
Leaf.
awesome.
Yeah, I love that. I love that auto, man. 10 gold glove winner, 10-time gold glove winner. It's a great auto. It's a Leaf.
And he did cursive G's on there. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And
Beautiful.
yeah, that's one of my favorite autograph cards right there. Actually, is the Johnny Bench.
And
I'm actually a pretty big Johnny Bench fan. I have quite a few of his cards, but this one is definitely one of my favorites. His rookie.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, so I got that one.
Yeah, check my shirt out, man. You see my shirt? Right there?
I saw it. Yeah. What's that? His restaurant?
Yeah, home plate.
Is that still in a growing establishment?
No, I think it's been gone for a while.
It was. Yeah. Did you ever go there?
No, I don't. It might have been gone before I knew. Anything
Before you knew anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a couple vintage cards as well from Reds that I really enjoy.
I didn't know you had that card.
Ernie Lombardi.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, I love that card. I love those Gaudis with the.
Yeah, because it talks about him being a slow runner or something on that card, I think, in one of the cartoons.
I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on, but yeah. And then this is definitely one of my favorite cards. Nielsen's Chocolates.
Oh,
Jake Dober.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I picked up my first card of him this year.
I remember. Love that guy. That guy, he was such a great player, man.
Yeah, when they got him in 1919, the year they won the World Series, and he automatically became the captain of the team. Like as soon as they traded for him or signed him, I can't remember.
He should have been. He should be a Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame, really.
Great numbers.
He won an MVP, didn't he?
That I'm not sure.
I think he did.
He may have.
But you know what? With him, he was one of the first guys. He tried to organize the players to unionize.
Yeah.
Almost. I don't know if he was actually trying to start a union or if he was just trying to organize the guys to negotiate together.
He got a little blackballed or something, didn't he?
And he got blackballed by that. A lot of people think that's why he wasn't elected to the Hall of Fame because of that, which could be true. But sad story too. He didn't he play until almost right until he died, he got sick or something, and
he got appendicitis.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So I love that card. I actually bought that card ungraded, and I had it graded myself. So
it's nice, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I like that one.
Appreciate you showing. I'm going to take us back to this mode, if that's all right.
That's great.
So I guess we'll talk about. No, I'll bring us back. I messed that up. I'll bring us back because I got a couple things to show. I got a few before we get into our three main connections. I got a couple that I want to show. A few honorable mentions.
Okay.
Of guys who used to play, and there's a list, man. I looked. There's quite a list of guys that played for both the Reds and the Red Sox, and I picked two that had a little significance to me. I'm not going to name. I don't know if you have any guys to show like that.
I do have one.
Okay, then I won't name. I'll wait till you're done before I name some. I don't want to name the guy you might show, or you want to go ahead and go first.
It doesn't matter. I have one card that I can show of someone who played for both teams,
All right,
and then
I'll let you go.
Guys I can just mention.
Yeah, I'll let you show your card first.
Okay, so for me, the obvious player who played for both teams, who was a huge contributor for the Reds, but also had a few great years with the Red Sox, is Tony Perez.
Yeah.
And I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards of his. But Tony Perez, I think he played 3, maybe 4 years with the Red Sox. And the first year he came in, he had a really good season with the Red Sox. And then the last couple he was there, he was still really good. But, I mean, he was starting to tail off. He was towards the end of his career at that point. And but yeah, I always liked Tony Perez. I liked him when he was on the Expos. I liked him when he was on the Reds, and I was thrilled when the Red Sox picked him up, even though, like I said, he was towards the end of his career, but I didn't care, and he still put up, some pretty good numbers. So he panned out pretty good.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was the clutch guy on the Big Red Machine. When they needed a run, he was the guy.
Oh yeah,
And then when they brought him back, I mean, it was huge for the Reds when they brought him back, like I think around '84, somewhere in there. And he was a big influence on guys like Eric Davis and Paul O'Neill, some of those young Reds.
Did he finish his career with the Reds?
Yeah.
So after he was done with the Red Sox, he must have went straight back to the Reds.
Yeah, he got his. I think he got his 2700 hit with the Reds.
Okay,
that was kind of a big milestone. He had a couple little records, like the oldest player to hit a grand slam. I think maybe Julio Franco might have topped that, or somebody did. But he had a couple little records in his later years with the Reds. I think he's got a record breaker card in '86, but I can't remember what the record was. But I remember seeing a thing with Eric Davis, an interview with him talking about Tony Perez and driving in runs. He's like, just drive in the run when you can. I mean, because he was asking him how to lead the league in RBIs, and he said ground out to second with a guy on third in less than 2 outs. Like don't try to hit that sac fly. Don't try to overdo, an at bat when there's men on base. So he was a huge influence on a lot of those guys that I ended up, some of them were my favorite players as a kid. So.
Yeah, he was a leader. And he was a good influence on the young guys, and that's probably the main reason why the Reds took him back. I mean, besides the history that they had with him, they had all those young players at the time, and they needed a guy like that to show some leadership and help develop.
Yeah, Pete Rose was the manager, so
that's important. Yeah, right. So they obviously had a good relationship as well. So.
They had Concepcion was still there, so then those young guys like that got to hang around. I mean, 3 big members of the Big Red Machine. But I did have Tony Perez on this list. I had Tom Seaver on this list. He only played. Did he only play 1 season with the Red Sox?
I think his last season of his career, I think, was with the Red Sox.
But some of the interesting names: Sean Casey.
Yeah, I liked him. I really liked him.
He was one of my favorite players.
Yeah, he was good. He was a good player.
I didn't know Ryan Hannigan. Do you remember him as a catcher?
The name rings a bell, but
Bernie Carbo.
Carbo, yeah, the Reds drafted him, right? Number 1.
His name might come up here in a little bit.
Yeah, they drafted him ahead of Johnny Bench.
Yep. Tommy Helms, he's a pretty popular Reds player. He passed away, I think, this past year.
Recently, yeah. Yeah, he played for the Red Sox as well.
Todd Walker was a player I loved. I loved watching Todd Walker play.
How long did he play for the Reds? I think he only had a cup of coffee with the Red Sox.
Yeah, a couple years with the Reds.
Okay.
Said from 01 to 02, batted 298 and had a 2.3 WAR. And he only played 1 year with the Red Sox. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably not even a full year.
Yeah. Some of the pitchers besides Seaver, Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, he's on Red Sox now.
He had a really good season for you guys.
Yeah, a hell of a season. I was surprised. I couldn't even believe when they got him. I'm like, what the hell are they getting this guy for? He's done.
He was. Yeah. He remade himself, man.
What a year he had. Holy Moses.
Yeah. Scott Williamson. Do you remember Scott Williamson at all?
Sure. He was on one of the World Series winning teams for the Red Sox.
He was Rookie of the Year with the Reds.
Maybe 07?
Nope. He was 04.
Oh, all right. Yeah, all right. 04. Okay.
Yeah. Looks like he did all right for you guys.
Yeah, he was all right.
Greg Swindell. I remember him. I was excited. When I was a kid, I was excited the Reds signed Greg Swindell for some reason.
I think he had a few good years with the Indians for a little bit there.
But other than that, there's not a ton of big names. But I mean, when you got Pokey Reese, yeah. Did he make the last out, or not make the last out, but did he field the last out of the 04 World Series?
No, the last out was a little bouncer back to the pitcher, Keith Folk.
That's right.
Keith Folk threw it over to Minkiewicz over to first base, and Minkiewicz ran off to Minnesota with the ball.
Does he still have the ball?
Well, they ended up getting it back from him. He didn't want to give it up.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Before I almost forgot. Another honorable mention. I don't know if you remember Dante Bichette playing for
Oh yeah.
the Red Sox. He only played a year with the Reds. I was excited because the Reds just signed Junior, and then they got Bichette, traded for Bichette, and I thought we were going to win the World Series for sure in '99. Didn't happen. And then the first time I ever met a player and got their autograph was this guy right here, Todd Benzinger.
Oh yeah, Benzinger. Yeah, he came up with the Red Sox.
Yep. And for some reason, it must have been '91 when this happened. I got the 1990 card signed, and then for some reason, I don't know why, but I got his Red Sox. I had to be like 14 years old, probably 13.
In person? You got him in person?
Yep, in person. He is from New Richmond, Ohio, and where he went to high school is probably like 10 or 15 minutes from my high school. So we played their high school in high school baseball and all the athletics. So it was kind of cool. I think that's where we met him. It was like in New Richmond and in their gym or something. He was there signing autographs.
Yeah, he came up with the Red Sox. He came through their minor leagues, and I think he broke in with the Red Sox. How about Tim Naring? Did he played for the Reds, didn't he?
I don't know if he played for the Reds.
Coach there, right?
I know he was a coach for sure. To get Todd Benzinger, he was traded by the Red Sox for a player to be named later, and Jeff Sellers to the Reds for Nick Osaski and Rob Murphy.
Oh, Osaski, yeah, I remember him too. He was pretty good too.
He had a pretty solid year. I know he had one real good year with the Red Sox.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, he was just a guy that never really panned out with the Reds. He had a couple decent seasons, but had a lot of injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was like I just mentioned Naring. He was the same way. He was a really good player, but he could never stay healthy.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the Red Sox traded him to the Reds. I think he went to the Reds. Maybe he never played because of injuries. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't remember him playing for him. I know he was like a coach and did some things like that. But I don't know. All right, you ready for the connections?
Yes, sir.
Connection number one. I'm going to ask your thoughts about these.
Okay, yeah.
Players or events. Hopefully you're ready.
As ready as I'm going to be.
The first connection is Terry Francona.
Yes.
He is currently managing Cincinnati Reds. Got them to the playoffs this year with a pretty bad team. Well, I won't say bad, but they weren't.
They're young.
As far as offensively, it was a struggle for them all year. They found a way. The Mets kind of tanked toward the end. But the Reds did win their last 9 out of 13 games and won 2 out of 3 against Milwaukee to get into the playoffs, and then got crushed by the Dodgers. And it's looking like everybody's getting crushed by the Dodgers.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do about that? That's to be expected.
Yeah. But when the Reds signed Francona, man, I was on cloud 9. And the city was excited. We kind of went through we had Dusty Baker for a long time, did great things with the Reds.
Yeah.
Once he left, it's been a struggle. I think they had Brian Price. He was a pitching coach that became manager, and it was bad. They signed David Bell, which I loved. I love the Bell family.
Sure.
But as a manager, I didn't like a lot of his moves. I don't think he handled the pitching staff really well. I think he kind of lost control of his team the last year. Didn't really hold a lot of the players accountable. And then out of the blue, and there wasn't even talked about, the Reds signed Terry Francona. What does he mean to you guys in Boston?
Oh, I love Francona. Most people around here love him. I mean, he came in 2003. The Red Sox, had a great team, and Jimmy Williams was the manager, and he went to the American ALCS, playing the Yankees, and he made some boneheaded decisions down towards the end of the season, and the Red Sox ended up losing to the Yankees, and everybody was mad, and they let Jimmy Williams go. And it was such a long time around here since the Red Sox won.
Right.
1918, and we're talking 2003, 2004, and people were hungry for a championship, and
Right.
it was like every time that they were so close, and something stupid would happen, a bad decision or a boneheaded play or something like that, and just agony, year in and year out. And Francona came along, and he kind of, he's a player's manager for one thing.
Right.
He changed the whole atmosphere, the culture.
Yeah.
Just everybody was kind of relaxed and, doing their thing. And Boston is a heavy media town. There's a bunch of sports radio. There's 2 or 3 sports radio channels, and there's, 3 newspapers, and it's just a heavy media town. There's a lot of scrutiny and a lot of attention focused on the team all the time. And Francona was great for kind of keeping the heat off the players, and he protected them from a lot of the baloney that goes around outside the ballpark.
Right.
And that was just what they needed. And, he came in that first year, man, I'll tell you, it was pretty amazing, and led them to the World Series that first year. And
that was a fun team to watch, man. I loved watching that team. They had a lot of characters.
Oh yeah.
But man, they had some good players too. I mean,
yeah, they were good players, and they just did their thing, and that's one thing about Francona. That's the best part about him, is he lets his players be themselves.
Right.
He holds them to a certain accountability, and it just brings people together, and he's just a good leader. And
it seems like he sticks with guys too. I mean,
he does. He's loyal to a fault sometimes.
Yeah. I saw him sticking with Ellie. He's had some problems at shortstop. He's stuck with him. We'll see what happens in the offseason. But to watch that relationship between him and some of the players, especially Ellie, it was fun to watch. I mean, I think there was a mound visit in one of the games, and Francona was out there, and the pitcher left. They're waiting on the reliever to come in, and Ellie takes Francona's glasses off his face and puts them on his, like right in the middle of a pitching change. Francona laughs. He gets his glasses back.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless. And we just had another one where Ellie takes off Tito's glasses, tries them on, nearly blinds him, and gets him back.
It just seems like they're just so comfortable around him, and they just played a lot harder this year than what I saw last year.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing too, is like, when the players, they truly love the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just like any relationship. If you have somebody that you truly admire and respect, you're gonna go out of your way to do anything you can for that person, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's part of what makes him so special as a manager, is that he just can get the players to just play as hard as they can and give their all for him.
Is he a Hall of Famer in your book?
I think he will be. Yeah, definitely. Obviously not as a player, but
right.
As a manager, I think he will be, and he's climbing the charts as far as.
Yeah, he's over 2,000 wins.
He's got to be in the top, pretty close to the top 5, if he's not in the top 5 for wins at this point, right?
He's up there. I didn't look at his total.
Top 10 for sure.
But yeah.
He's climbing. He's got 2 World Series titles, and
I see him and Bruce Bochy and Dusty Baker look like the 3 managers. I think that'll be.
Oh, Baker and Bochy for sure will be in.
Yeah. So,
right.
I hope Tito gets in, man. I love him.
I think he will.
We got him for a couple more years, and.
I mean, I was surprised to see him. I was happy that the Reds signed him because I love the guy, but
yeah,
I was surprised because, the last I had heard was when he stepped down from the Guardians, was that he was having health problems, and he's been having health problems. He had health problems back I don't know, 2011 when he left the Red Sox, he was having health problems.
Right.
And
Yeah, I know he came into camp when the Reds, when they agreed the terms and all that. He had lost a bunch of weight from where he was at Cleveland. So
mhm,
he's been getting himself healthier.
mhm.
So hopefully that continues. But he did a great job at Cleveland too. I mean, I'm sure
He did.
they missed him up there. I know they got a manager they love now though.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Boat.
Well, he took him to a World Series, didn't he? Or
Yeah, it was the one they lost to the Cubs, I believe.
yeah, 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 yeah.
They were
Yeah,
close.
no, I
I
mean,
mean, they were close to winning that one.
yeah, I mean, well, you know what? I mean, anybody from that '04 Red Sox team, they got it made around here. They can,
Yeah,
no matter what they ever do, they're always gonna be loved around New England. You know what I mean? Just because, like I said, it was just people would so hungry for a World Series
right.
championship, and those are the guys that did it. And Francona led the way. So, I mean, obviously, he's gonna, he's just loved by everyone. I mean, I've never heard anyone say anything negative, really too negative about him. When
Me
when they let him go, there was like some controversy because, um, I mean, they choked in September. They were like 9 games up for the wild card going into September, and I think they went like 7-20 in the month of September, and they ended up not making the playoffs, and they had this big chicken and beer scandal where the pitchers were like in the clubhouse during the games, like eating chicken and drinking beer instead of being out in the bullpen, and like, Frank, like it got to a point where they were taking advantage of the
Yeah,
Francona, you know what I mean? And
and that happens with managers. It seems like it happened with Dusty too. Here,
yeah,
there were some guys like that, and
and I mean it was 8 years, so I mean, I guess his time just kind of ran out. But Boston has a way of kicking guys out of town, you know what I mean? They kick them in the ass on their way out the door. And a lot of it I think comes from management, like they leak in like these little rumors to the reporters and stuff like that, and it kind of ended a little sour
well,
with him leaving. But
I'm glad we got him here. I
I
mean,
mean, the fans, as far as the fans are concerned, I mean, everybody loves that guy.
yeah, they
I
love
mean,
him here, and
how can you
I
not?
tell you what, if he takes the Reds to the World Series or deep in the playoffs, I mean, it would be incredible around here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do
Get a
you have
few.
any Terry Francona cards or anything you want to show?
I got a few. Yeah,
All right,
I've got.
I got two here. I got two here.
Yeah, go ahead. You go first.
All right, I got his rookie card there. I pulled this out of a pack, and I went to Florida on family vacation, and I went to an antique shop, and they had I think a rack pack of '82 Donners, and I didn't get the Ripken, but I got the Francona. And then
Nice.
I'm a Cons guy, so got a
Oh,
Cons.
wow. Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that? 84?
This is 87.
87. 87. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
That's sweet.
He only played 1 year with him. He ended up winning. I think they signed him in spring training, and he ended up winning the first base job. And he hit an opening day home run to tie the game in like the 5th inning.
Well, he's no threat to run. He may not have to. Terry Francona, there he is. Boy, what an addition this guy has been. Without a doubt. Well, hope we hear that a lot this year here at Riverfront. Oh, fireworks. That means good things.
Well, that's what they put up. That's for you. Doesn't make the score, Joe.
That makes the score even.
Even. All right, let's start from there with double nickels on the board.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, it was all downhill. He
Oh,
had one of the worst years of his career, and they let him go. And he said it when they signed him. He was talking about his playing days here, and he said he really still feels bad about that because Pete Rose was a guy who wanted him to come over and talked him into signing him. And he said he felt like he let Pete down, and it's always kind of lived with him throughout his career. He felt he let Pete down from that signing.
Well, I mean, as far as Francona is concerned as a player, and my feelings towards him is that he really wasn't an everyday player. He would have been more situated as someone coming off the bench as a role player. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I mean, if they made him the starting first baseman, that was probably a mistake right off the.
What I read that Dave Concepcion was trying out for first base that year.
Oh, they were desperate. I guess
they were desperate. I can't remember the other name. I don't even remember, but I remember. Yeah. But Francona won it.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, whatever. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you got to show?
Huh? He's a lifer. He's been his father played Major League Baseball. He was from the time the guy could walk, he was hanging around in Major League clubhouses.
Yeah.
He's been around the game his whole life. Literally.
I love guys like that, man. That's the guys you want.
Oh, absolutely. He loves the game. Absolutely loves the game, and just that's his life. That's it. You know what I mean? He doesn't want it any differently. That's all he knows.
He took that year off, and that killed him. He came back.
I'm sure it did. He'll be there. Guys like that, they don't go away. They just keep coming back. I don't blame them.
I don't either, man. It's got to be a good time, man, in there.
Yeah. So I got his 82 Topps rookie card.
Nice.
Along with Millsy. Does Millsy on his coaching staff still?
I think so.
Yeah, he follows Francona all around. He was with him in Boston too.
Yeah.
You ever notice about Francona? Everybody's got like a nickname.
Yeah, I read that he gives people nicknames like that.
They all got nicknames.
Yeah.
And I got his Flair as well.
That's cool.
That's a nice card.
Those Expos uniforms, they were great.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they're good. And the 83 Donruss.
Nice.
That's all I pulled off for him. So, yeah, I probably have more. I have more somewhere, but.
All right, you ready for the next guy?
Of course.
All right, next guy. The second connection is Bronson Arroyo. Now I could have chose Tony Perez for this, but for me, Tony Perez was huge for the Reds. Not so much for the Red Sox, even though he did have a year or two that was decent. But Bronson Arroyo, I mean, he's in the Reds Hall of Fame, and he played a significant role for you guys in the 04 season.
Yep.
Yeah. Even though I thought he played longer with the Red Sox. I think he only played 3 years.
3 03 to 05, I guess. Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, and for us, I mean, it was a big trade. We ended up trading, I think it was Willie Mo Pena to get him. I don't know why Boston was looking to get rid of him.
I'm still pissed about that trade, not for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Reds made a few when they had their run in 2010, 2012, and 2013. They made a few moves. They made a good trade to get Brandon Phillips. They drafted pretty well a little before that with Votto, Bruce, Johnny Cueto. They signed him. And that Bronson Arroyo trade, that was another big trade where they didn't give up much for him or for Brandon Phillips, and they became two of the big members of their little playoff run they had.
Yeah, I'm still mad about that one. Willie Mo Pena, he was, I think they just had this false.
People were in love with him. The GMs, there were some GMs in love with that dude.
He had a lot of power, but he could, he either hit a home run or strike out, and he struck out more than he hit home runs.
Yeah.
And he couldn't really play the field.
He couldn't play the field.
He was like
horrible.
Defense. But I remember one time he hit a line drive off the left field wall. He hit it so hard, the ball ricocheted off the wall and came all the way back to the infield. That guy had some serious power, but
he was a beast. I remember going to his bobblehead game with a buddy of mine, and the Willie Mo Pena bobblehead, I got it around here somewhere, and he hit a walk-off home run that night to win the game, and the crowd was going berserk. It was a fun night, and he had so much potential. I think Jim Bowden the GM, he fell in love with Willie Mo Pena. And I can't remember where he came from, where they signed him from. I don't know what country he's from, actually.
Dominican, I think.
Is he Dominican?
I'm not 100% sure, but I want to say that.
He was huge. He had big arms, big time power, but
yeah, he was a big boy.
And when they traded him, I was like, I don't know about this trade. I didn't know, I knew a little bit about Arroyo, but man, he became an all-star with the Reds. He pitched, I don't know how many years he pitched with them.
Yeah, he played for them for a while, and then he went to the Diamondbacks, I think, and then he came back to the Reds to finish up his career.
Yeah, 1 year with the D-backs and came back, and he was pretty much done his final year. But that first year that the Reds got him, he had a 6.8 WAR. That was the best of his career. He had 14 wins, led both leagues in innings and games pitched. He like never got hurt with the Reds.
No, he never got hurt with the Red Sox either.
Oh, he was so durable.
He was out there every time.
Rubber arm.
Yeah, the thing with him was he actually signed, I think it was in 2005, he signed a 3-year contract extension with the Red Sox. And he signed like a hometown discount because he wanted to stay with the Red Sox. And man, they just used the guy because the following spring they traded him. They ended up trading him to the Reds. I mean, he had like a 3-year, I think it was like an $11 million contract for 3 years. It was a team-friendly contract, but I feel like they kind of used the guy by taking advantage of him, signing him to a cheap contract, and then just kind of trading him away.
Yeah, because I'm assuming he was probably a fan favorite there in Boston.
He was pretty popular. I mean,
I know he had those cornrow.
That was in that 2004 year when everybody was kind of going, expressing themselves and stuff like that.
And he had a play. I remember, was this, I don't know if this was in the playoffs. It might have been in the playoffs when A-Rod knocked the ball out of his glove.
Yep, that was in the ALCS Game 6.
Off the end of the bat. Arroyo. The ball gets loose. It's down the right field line. Jeter coming all the way around. It's a 1-run game.
Okay, and usually the Red Sox, something like that would go against them.
Exactly. Yeah, that was one of the first signs that things might go differently this year.
Because the umpires got together. Because they originally called him Rodriguez safe, right?
Yep. And Jeter was on first, and Jeter ended up on third base after that play was done, and A-Rod ended up on second. And Francona came out and argued it, and they reviewed it, and they said no. I mean, it was clear as day. He swung his arm at the guy's glove. I mean, you can't if you're like running and you're just in your normal motion of running and you hit the glove. That's one thing, but if you intentionally, what the hell's that guy doing?
Yeah, I mean that was so obvious. I can't even believe they didn't. I mean, then the umpire was right there to see it. I mean, it wasn't like he was behind the play or anything. He was looking right at it.
Yeah.
But it did get overturned. So I remember Arroyo from that play, and I remember. I don't know if he ever beamed anybody. There were so many good games during that time between the Red Sox and the Yankees.
That was one of the other big thing that he was involved in 2004 also was it was during the season. I think it was like maybe in July, something like that. And it was against the Yankees with A-Rod as well. He hit A-Rod.
Yes.
And A-Rod was giving him some shit as he was going down the line. He was jawing at him, and that's the play where Varitek just stuffed his glove in A-Rod's face, and it turned into a big brawl. And that was Arroyo too. That hit A-Rod.
Yeah.
Theo Epstein, the general manager of the Red Sox, yawning.
Alex Rodriguez is drilled, and he says something to Bronson Arroyo. And we know what he said. Here we go. Varitek and A-Rod going at it.
That's the thing. And he hit him with his mask on.
that play, and that was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I loved Arroyo. Great career with the Reds. He made the Hall of Fame. People might make fun of that he's a Reds Hall of Famer,
Yeah,
but he actually put up some really good numbers for the franchise. And I saw him not too long ago. I think he's a rock and roll star now.
yeah, he was. He was starting to do that when he was with the Red Sox. He played guitar, and he was like Theo Epstein was the general manager, and he was really into music too. And they would have like these little fundraisers where Arroyo would go play the guitar, and Theo Epstein would sing and stuff like that, and they would raise money.
Yeah, I know he covered a lot of Pearl Jam songs and different.
Yeah. Epstein was good friends with the guys from Pearl Jam, and I guess they knew each other through that somehow.
Yeah.
The other significant thing that I remember about Bronson Arroyo was when the Red Sox picked him up, they actually signed him. He was on waivers. The Pirates just waived him. They didn't even want him anymore. And the Red Sox picked him up, and he started the year in 2003 in AAA, and he pitched a perfect game actually in AAA that year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he pitched a perfect game, and at the time, I think it was only like the third perfect game in AAA in international. It was the International League, so it was
Okay.
yeah. So it was only like the third perfect game in the history of the International League, and that was like the league was around like 121 years up to that point,
Right.
and so that was pretty amazing. I think he only had there was only like 3 batters in the whole game that even got 3 balls on them.
Yeah, because he's not really. I mean, he's more of a contact pitcher. You know, he's not a blow it by you. He was never a blow it by you kind of guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. He's not a overpowering fastball or anything like that. So he worked the corners, and
Do you have an Arroyo card to show?
I have several. I have his rookie card, but I couldn't find it. But I just pulled this one out just to have something. So that's from 2005.
He must have had the cornrows in that one.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
No hair sticking out.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I got one here. Here's your boy.
There's Willie Moe.
There's your boy, Willie Moe.
That's my boy. All right. Yeah.
Numbered out of 450. Huh?
Whatever happened to him? I don't even know. He just kind of faded away, I think.
Yeah, he wandered off, and who knows? I
don't know what the Red Sox ever ended up doing with him.
He was born in '82. How old is he? I'm assuming he probably went over to
3.
Thought he'd go over to maybe Japan or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know either. I got that one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, and then this one. He's a little Bowman rookie card there.
Cool. Well, he looked different back then, huh?
Yeah, he did. But man, I really he was one of my favorite players. Saw him at a card show not too long ago. I didn't go. I usually don't go up to the guys and get autographs or anything, but he was. It was him and Reds had a pitcher named Sam LeCure, and they were next to each other. And the line for Arroyo was way back into the show, and there was just a couple for Sam LeCure. So he was definitely the guy right there.
Didn't he do like some kind of commercials for some restaurant over there?
I'm so glad you brought that up, Jim.
And he sang. Didn't he sing the commercial?
I'm gonna drop a clip of that in this video if I can find
cool.
it. Yeah, we had a company called JTM.
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
It was like you could buy hoagies and hamburgers and different things like that. And he did a commercial with Chris Welsh, the Reds former player and announcer for the Reds. He's still with the Reds.
All right.
And they did it was a funny commercial. It was like, I think when JTM became a sponsor for the Reds again, and the commercial was "We're together again," and that was like the.
And he was singing.
He was singing, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was pretty funny. Like Chris Welsh acted all sad in the commercial, and then Bronson Arroyo out of nowhere would just come in with that line, and it everybody loved it around here. It was pretty funny.
That's funny. That's funny.
If I can find a clip, I'll try to put it in this.
Yeah, you'll find it.
We'll see.
I think it's out there somewhere.
He sits alone. The Reds are not home, and that's okay. 'Cause they're together again. They're together again. Before game, they're together again. They're together again.
I think I've seen it.
I've kept you here long enough. You ready for the last connection?
I'm ready when you are, brother.
And if anybody hasn't guessed what this connection is, they don't know much about baseball. What do you think?
Nope.
Now, some people say that the 75 World Series might have been the best World Series of all time. I guess you can argue that. But I don't know if too many people can argue that Game 6 was maybe the greatest World Series game of all time. I mean, that Game 6 was ridiculous.
It sure was.
I know you said you were too young to remember any of that, but can you tell me any of your thoughts? What's going on around Boston? What do you guys talk about when you talk about Game 6?
Well, it's funny. I actually just watched Game 6 of the 75 World Series in its entirety on YouTube. And man, what a game. It sure was a hell of a game.
Well, I have a log of some of the highlights of that. I can read some off and just maybe ask you what you think, or you want to, because I guess through 5 games, the Reds led the series 3-2. There were 2 blowout games. Each team had 1 blowout game, but the other games were within 1 run of each other. And the 2 games that Boston won, Louis Tiant, I believe, did he throw shutouts in those games? Maybe.
Yep, he won both of them. Yep.
Yeah, he won both of those games. So he wasn't due to start, but apparently there was bad weather.
It was a rain out.
The game was postponed for a few days.
Yep, a couple games.
So they brought Tiant back, pitched Game 6 to try to get them to a Game 7. Okay. And from what I see, in the first inning, Fred Lynn, your boy, do you know what he did?
3-run homer.
3-run jack.
Yep.
I don't know who was pitching for. Oh, Gary Nolan, my
Gary
guy.
Nolan. Yeah.
I love Gary Nolan.
The Reds used 8 pitches in that game.
I know.
Yeah.
Sparky Anderson, man.
Captain Hook.
Well, he used them, and then the last guy he had in was kind of.
He didn't want a Game 7. He wanted to end it right there in Game 6. He wasn't fooling around. He just kept bringing them in.
They had struggled. I mean, they lost in 70. They lost in 72 in the World Series. So
it had been a long time. It almost was like how many years was it between?
1940.
Yeah.
That was the last time they had won. So we're 35 years.
35, yeah. It's been a while.
They'd come close in 72. They lost at home to the A's.
Yeah.
In Game 7. And then they lost, I think, to the Mets in the champion or the National League Championship Series 1 year. I can't remember if that was 73. Can't remember that year, but yeah, the heat was on, man. Sparky was feeling it. They had a great team. So when it came to 75, they were up 3-2. He was going all out.
No, he wasn't fooling around.
But then Freddie Lynn hit a bomb.
Started him off right in the first inning. Yeah.
Yep. The Reds came back, tied it 3-3.
Yep. I think George Foster hit a double off the center field wall. That's when Lynn crashed into the wall. And
no, this was Griffey. Griffey hit a triple.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then knocked in a couple runs, and then Bench knocked him in.
Right.
Then the Reds took the lead, and that's when George Foster, what you're talking about.
That's when Foster hit a double, knocked in 2 more runs.
Yeah.
And Lynn got hurt running into the center field wall trying to catch that ball, but he stayed in the game.
Yep. And then
Geronimo hit a home run the next inning.
Led off the 8th with a home run.
Yeah.
And the Reds were up 6-3. And then 9th inning, Bronson Arroyo hit a 2-run.
Yeah.
And then 10th inning, Terry Francona hit a 2-run. and that's when Tiant came out of the game.
That's right.
So the Reds were 6 outs away, up 3, trying to get their first championship in 35 years. And Sparky, let's see, I think in the bottom of the 8th, it says Fred Lynn. He led things off with a single. Rico Petrocelli followed with a walk. And then Sparky. He brought in his 6th pitcher at the time, Raleigh Eastwick.
Mm-hmm.
Eastwick was his guy. That was his.
He came in and got 2 outs, didn't he?
Came in. I mean, there you had bases. Was it bases loaded?
No, 2 on.
2 on. 2 on. 2 on. Nobody out. He got the first 2.
Yeah.
And then they had a pinch hitter, right?
Bernie Carbo.
Bernie Carbo, drafted by the Reds. Played for the Reds in the '70 World Series against Baltimore. And the first couple strikes that he got, he looked like he didn't know what he was doing. Like it was his first day playing baseball.
And then even he had 2 strikes and he fouled off a pitch, like just barely.
He kept fouling,
made contact to stay alive.
And Raleigh Eastwick, I believe he won like the Roll AIDS relief.
He was
award.
a good pitcher back in the day. I remember that. Yeah.
And then what did Bernie Carbo do?
Tied it up, 3-run bomb to center field.
That's a kind boy. If you get a foul ball, you're really happy you did your job.
Deep center field, way back. We're tied up.
Well, the fans have come alive again, Tony, Joe. They are alive.
Yeah, I mean he crushed that ball.
I'll tell you, in that game, everyone talks about Fisk's home run. Ask anybody about the '75 World Series Game 6, and the first thing they'll tell you is Fisk's home run. But to me, that home run right there by Bernie Carbo was a way, way bigger play on that game than Fisk's home run.
You talk about pressure. I mean, that was more pressure than the Fisk had in his at bat. Because you had 2 outs, 2
Plus
on,
off the bench,
coming off the bench against your former team.
So I'm gonna tell you about. I don't know if you know about Bernie Carbo. Like
know a little bit.
I love Bernie Carbo. I'm gonna say that to start with. I love the guy. He was an alcoholic and a drug addict.
Right.
Okay. After that game, shortly after, he was quoted as saying, I wrote it down because I didn't want to get it wrong. The day of the game, I probably smoked 2 joints, drank about 3 or 4 beers, got to the ballpark, took some amphetamines, took a pain pill, drank a cup of coffee, chewed some tobacco, had a cigarette, and got up to the plate and hit.
That sounds like a normal day for me.
So,
and he's still.
That's pretty crazy. And but
that's nuts.
That being said, like Bernie Carbo, he completely changed his life around now. He Sam McDowell helped him. He's actually he has his own ministry and he's a pastor and like he's completely changed his life around. He's just an awesome guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I always liked Bernie Carbo. I didn't like that happened, but I do remember seeing his rookie card, and I just thought it was kind of cool that a former Red. I mean, he had to feel. I mean, obviously he was feeling good anyway from all the stuff he took that day. But then
that's like who the hell was it that threw a no-hitter on LSD or something?
Oh, was it Doc Ellis or something?
Doc Ellis. Yeah, right. It's like, how the hell do you hit? How do you even stand up there with a bat in your hand after doing all that? But
I don't know. But,
just like you said, just another day for some people, I guess. But
so Carbo ties it.
Yep.
We go on. Now we go to the 12th inning. Nothing really happens. Well, I think the Red Sox had bases loaded at one point. I forget what inning that was.
You missed it. Yeah, that's
What did I
right. The
miss?
Red Sox had the bases loaded with no outs.
No outs.
Yep, and I know there was a fly ball to left field. George Foster caught it and threw out Denny Doyle at home plate, where Bench just made an awesome play on the ball, and the ball was a good throw, but it was offline.
Here it is. High fly ball, left field. Foster's got a shot. They're tagging up at third. Here comes the throw. It is in time. Doyle is out. Foster to bench. A double play.
Because Zimmer was your third base coach, right?
Yep,
I
Zimmer was
believe
the
the runner was saying that Zimmer was saying go, 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 but actually Zimmer was saying no, no, no.
yeah, right.
That's what
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It was the
bases loaded, nobody out,
it was a bad move.
chance to win the game. It wasn't a deep fly ball.
No,
I'm surprised somebody could have pulled a Bartman on that play. Well, it wouldn't have been a Bartman. That would have helped the Red Sox. Well, yeah, probably would have helped.
I don't know. It wasn't. It was near the.
It was near the stands.
It was near the wall, but it wasn't. I don't think it was close enough for somebody to reach over.
Reach out and get it.
It was kind of like right on the line, on the foul line.
Yeah.
Like right near the foul line. But
so the Red Sox don't score.
No. Then the Reds came up, I think, the next inning, and there was a runner, I think, on first base, and Joe Morgan almost hit a home run. Dwight Evans, if Dwight Evans didn't catch that ball in right field, Griffey was on first base, and Joe Morgan hit a shot out to the right field wall, and Evans just like jumped through the air and stabbed at it and caught the ball. Like if he missed it, it would have at least been off the top of the wall, if not in the first or second row.
Well hit, right field, deep. Evans is going back near the wall, and oh, what a catch he made! What a catch by Dwight Evans, and it's a double play. Griffey didn't know what happened as Evans made a spectacular catch, and take a look.
One of the best defensive plays in the World Series.
Because it was right there. And Griffey, I don't know what he was doing. He was like
all
the way around, almost on third base. So, I mean, when Evans spun around and threw the ball back into the ball, he threw the ball like 20 feet off the first base bag. But Griffey was so far away, he couldn't get back. So they ended up doubling up. So they got lucky there too,
So then you get 12th inning, Pat Darcy on the mound for the Reds. While he's warming up, Johnny Bench is catching him. And he's told this in a couple interviews that I've seen. Caught the first few pitches, looked over in the dugout at Sparky Anderson, and said, "No chance." He said Darcy just did not have it. He said Darcy was done.
I didn't know that.
Is what Johnny Bench said. He said he looked at Sparky and he mouthed. He said, "No chance. No chance."
Should have came right out and pulled him right then and there.
He probably used everybody up by then.
I think the only one he had left was Gullet, and the Gullet, he had to hold him off in case, they didn't win. Got to save someone, right?
Right. So Carlton Fisk comes to the plate. I think it was the second pitch. What happened?
Off the foul pole for a home run.
One of the most historic home runs in baseball history. I mean, that's up there with Gibson, Mazeroski. I mean, I put it up maybe the number one. I mean, it didn't win the World Series.
Nope.
But it was the most dramatic and it ended one of the, maybe the greatest game in World Series history.
There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run. A lot of body English for Carlton Fisk. Watch him. How many steps does he take? One. He waits to see it. Get over, get over.
He knew it. There it is.
Absolutely.
And him just waving that ball fair.
Oh, that just added to the lore of it, you know.
And he's kind of, is he a New England guy?
Yeah, he born and raised in Vermont.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, man, that
he still might live there actually.
even though I'm a Reds fan, that was an unbelievable moment.
It sure was. Sure was. What, 12 innings, right? Yeah, 12 innings.
12 innings of a crazy game that had been delayed for a few days.
Yeah, we had a couple rainouts.
Yeah, a lot of great players on both teams.
Actually, the Reds kind of benefit. Well, they both teams benefited from the rainouts because the Red Sox were able to bring Tiant back to pitch that game where he wouldn't have been able to because without those extra day or two of rest.
Right.
But the same thing with the Reds. They were blowing through pitches like the first 5 games. Like I think Game 5 they blew through a lot of pitches too. So having those days off helped the Reds help their bullpen rest up as well. So I guess it was beneficial to both teams to have those rainouts.
Right. For sure. And I know Pete Rose, I remember Sparky Anderson talked about Pete Rose coming up to him and saying, man, that was the greatest baseball game that I ever played in. And Sparky was like,
that's saying something.
What the hell are you talking about? We lost.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So
they know.
Great game. Made Carlton
made Game 7 anticlimactic, at least for Red Sox fans.
I know. We don't have to talk about that.
No, that was still a close game, though. Even Game 7 was what, 4-3 was the final score?
Yeah, because Red Sox, I believe, jumped out in that game as well. And the Reds had to come back. I believe Spaceman, your boy, tried to throw that blooper pitch past future Red Sox, Tony Perez, and that was the second time he tried it. He got him the first time on it, and then he tried it. He went back to the well one more time, and Perez was waiting on it.
Yeah, you can't get away with that too many times with major league players, but
yeah. And that kind of got the Reds. That got the Reds back in the game, and then
it was the ghosts were flying around the stadium, putting the old hex on Billy that day.
Yep. But I mean, the Red Sox nowadays, I mean, they had their days in the sun. After that, the curse was broke. If anybody believes in that curse,
I did.
I bet. Do you have any? Before we end this, do you have any Carlton Fisk cards that you want to show?
I have some, but I didn't bring them out.
All right, I'll show mine.
I have a lot of Fisk cards, but I didn't bring them.
I'll show mine real quick before we get out of here. Bought this probably age of 13, 14.
No kidding.
Yeah, this
that card right there.
Yep, this card right here, same one.
You bought it raw and had it graded.
Had it in a screw down till a couple years ago, about a year and a half ago, and got it out of the screw down and got a 6. But I always loved that card. I was a Pudge fan. Got to see him at the end of his career. Guys like him, Brett, Yount, Nolan Ryan.
I was so mad when the Red Sox let him go to Chicago, man. Just a boneheaded decision by management. They let him walk because they didn't renew his contract.
Right.
They sent him his contract a day late. And
they did?
Yeah, they sent him. Because back then it wasn't like your contract's up, you're a free agent. Your team could automatically send you a new contract. They had a deadline. If they sent you a new contract, you had to sign, and you had to go back to the same team.
And they did Pudge like that.
They sent him and Fred Lynn and Rick Burleson, all three. They sent them the contracts a day late, so they became free agents and they were able to sign wherever.
Sad.
Stupid.
Sad for a legend like that.
Yeah.
Look at this card. I love this one.
That's beautiful, man.
Beautiful card right here.
Yeah, definitely.
And then this one, oh man, this is a cool one. Even though it's a sticker auto, it's got the moment right there.
That's it right there. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see Johnny Bench there in the background.
Oh yeah.
Thought that was a cool card.
That is cool. That's really cool. Nice autograph too.
Yep.
It's a beauty.
Yeah, and I sent you a picture. Was it yesterday or?
Yeah, that was cool.
Autograph with Pudge and Johnny on there. Huh?
You should have bought that ball.
I didn't even look at the price, man. I knew.
Yeah.
It was at a guy's table who, he's got prices on stuff that you don't even try to negotiate with him.
That was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that was a cool ball.
Stay fair, go fall, go fall.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. I'm sure there's some out there, but maybe
Not-
next time. That guy sets up there. I'll check for the price the next time.
Just buy it.
Yeah, I'll get it for you for Christmas, man.
Yeah, send it over.
All
I'll
right.
take it.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Any final thoughts, or are you good?
Nope, but I want to show you one more thing before we go.
All right.
You familiar with the Wheel Cafe?
The Wheel?
Yep, Walnut near 6th, Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's their menu.
No, I've never heard of that place.
Yeah.
The
Back in
Wheel?
the day, you could get draft beers for 5 cents or 10 cents and liquor cocktails for 15 cents. So here's their menu.
Maybe Bernie Corbo was there.
On the back of their menu is the 1939 World Series champion Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, man. What are you doing to me, buddy?
Huh?
What are you doing to me? You know I love that 39 and that 40 team.
Yep. And there's
You
your
got
guy.
Lombardi on there.
Yep. And
Behringer.
who is it? Al Simmons.
Bucky Walters.
Yeah.
Harry Kraft.
There's your guy Lombardi right there.
Yep. Oh, look at him. Look at that nose.
And Simmons, yeah. And Simmons has his arm on his shoulder. Yep. So I thought you'd like to see that while we were
I do, man. I'm
talking about our teams. And
how you got that? How'd you get that?
This menu is so cool, man. The prices.
It's on the back of a menu.
Yeah, the prices on these. This was the Wheel Cafe. The Wheel Cafe.
Wheel Cafe.
Yep. Walnut near 6th. You could get a self-serve platter dinner is the economical way to satisfy the most demanding appetite. Choice of meat or fish, including 2 vegetables, salad, rolls, and butter, 25 cents.
Not bad.
No, good day. Yeah, good day.
Yeah.
25 cents for dinner, 15 cents for cocktails.
And the Reds, the 39 Reds ate free.
Oh, I'm sure they did. Did.
Ernie Lombardi probably tore it up in there.
Could be. Could be. Could be.
Well, brother, man, I appreciate you stopping by and doing this, man.
I appreciate you having me, man. It's been a pleasure. It was a great time.
It means a lot. You're one of my favorite guys in the community, and I appreciate all the talks we have, everything you've done for me, the advice, encouragement. You're one of the best in the community. And
it goes both ways, man. It goes both ways. I appreciate you too, man.
I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Have a great night. I'll be back with another show probably in a couple weeks or maybe a month. Take care.
Peace.